Super is looking to get in. Mantu on the other side, waiting for it with the USB. Sees the first player, but goes for the second and gets both. Supra was able to bait out the first shot, but Mantu expected the peek from Boiler. That's a beautiful read coming through from him. And now, Alexi, over towards the B bomb side, has also plucked a man out of air. The HS not having a great start to the round. And Nordavinds haven't really had much going for them so far.
Yeah, gonna get crunched in fully here. Mirbit able to get one before he departs, but Mertz, he's pushed through the smoke. It's Issa on the other side of it.
There's a Molotov. It doesn't spread to Alexi in time. He's got lots of time to be able to flash himself out. Comes through with the kill. Even backs off into the flames. Re-peeking with the jump while Valde gets one from behind. But Mertz and HS have still got control. 3 versus 3. And somehow with 15 seconds left, they'll get the bomb plant down. But look at Mirbit. He's thinking of going through the smoke. If he goes down while the bomb's being planted, that would be a tragedy. Even NIKO through the smoke gets one, and Issa looking to swing. Mirbit will fall as he swings out into him. Mertz left with 4 HP and AK at a 1 versus 3, which seems altogether too unlikely for him to be able to pull out at this point. He sees one, gets one, but the trade is in. That's such a lovely timing as well. Valde now, Molotov ready for the stairs. They switch positions, and now Alexi on the AWP is waiting for the single player to show himself, but he's been wallbanged, and Mertz is almost able to get the kill. Alexi backs off, and Mirbit will find his teammates. Suddenly, a 1 versus 3. There were 28 seconds left on the clock, and no smoke to block off CT. It seemed impossible. Well, Mantu will finish off the round. Alexi on the B-bomb side as well, but it's a flash to come through. Alexi's been forced off, and Valde will get the kill. Easy does it. Mantu made as well, perfectly timed, sees the smoke coming in, knows that it's go time for the T side, and as he's scoped right into it, he'll see a player, he'll find a player, and Mirbit not too happy with how things are going.
There needs to be somebody that starts to open up these rounds more dramatically here for Nordavind. With 30 seconds left, it does seem like the A bomb side is the intended target. They've wrapped Super all the way around towards the arches, and this is really devastating. Creeping through the smoke, NIKO turns at the perfect time to deal with it. That was their ace in the hole, and surely there shouldn't be a way into this site. Just clearing things out here are OG. 10 seconds left. They still haven't spotted these CT players. They're hiding within the site, and Issa shuts the rest down.
Flashbang, but now Supra's moving out. Supra's found the first, and this is a great start to the round. Now moves forward, but NIKO's overcome them and stayed alive for long enough for backup to come through. Unfortunately, backup stopped off by the smoke already present, and Moto. HS will get the bomb plant. It's been a while since we've been able to say that, but the Molotovs, they're raining in. HS says hello to the flames, to the nades, to the airstrike. And suddenly, Nordavind is wondering what the hell went wrong. They're playing Counter-Strike, but they've instead wound themselves up in Flight Simulator with bombs dropping all over them. Valde is one of them, comes in, still going forward. Tensky with no HP tries to creep in from the side, leaving Mertz alone in a 1 versus 2. Scoped in, leaning forward, smoked off. Can he find anything? Misses a shot, clock out, and Valde gets the kill. Very far back to throw it from. Oh, it's a deep seat. No, wait, what? Okay, all right, they've gone in, and it's Alexi B trying to defend from the side, from Newbox, rotates around, re-scopes into Tensky, and that's just immediate catastrophe for the Nordavind camp as they just aren't able to penetrate onto the bomb site. Supra sees a player who is blinded by his own teammate. Rare moment of miscommunication, but he will end up falling.
Yeah, given a chance there with the team.
And running away with another, what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more rounds. Bartman's control completely established. It does at least look like OG might be walking into a stack, but Alexi finding the first already, waiting for the peak to come through, scouts them all out, knows where they're all at. Alexi comes in, gets another while jumping forward, and somehow doesn't lose his life. The A-bomb side completely occupied, and Nordavind caught him between a rock and a hard place. Do we save and try and get something done with these weapons in the next round, or do we continue? That kill guarantees the ladder, as Mirbit will move forward. Or does it? Really? They're saving? Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, again.
I know it's really unlikely, but
you are down 13-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's utility. I think that's the biggest differentiating factor. You've got a Molotov, which is incredibly strong for retaking the A-bomb side. And sure, you know, it's not necessarily going to guarantee anything, but saving yourself, you know, a Mac 10 and a UMP, is that really sufficient?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I do believe risks need to be taken the further behind you get. And
afford to lose this. It's just going to be a bit too difficult. Densky moves forward, but Alexi has overrun him. The Mac 10 close range versus an opponent without head armor. That is a rookie mistake coming in right there. NIKO finds Supra as well. Suddenly, the must-have has turned into a difficult win possibility. HS and Mertz are two players who do have some weaponry saved over from the previous round. Can they make this work? Mertz moves forward, smokes off short, nades it off as well, but NIKO peeks out and finds him. A 1v5, an impossible situation, a task too tall. And HS is looking, struggling to see if he can find a ladder to reach it. Moves in, gets one, looks for more, but instead it's Valde. But they will start things off with a classic B to lower tunnel push, where Tensky, actually, sorry, OG starting that off, and Nordavind is on the CT side. I'm sorry, I was expecting on the T side because this isn't their map pick, but interesting that they go for CT first.
yeah, the good news is that they have a whole lot of information off the back of this, but the problem is that there is an execute coming their way. Close cubby is an angle that may not be checked, and the flash, the counter flash at that is perfect. HS getting the first and rotating in its mirror bit. They're getting shut down at the choke point here on OG, and that bomb is dropped out and into the open. Nordavind have that site. OG, limited numbers, no bomb, and they have to find another avenue in.
Very nice setup initially. That's not an angle that's commonly played anymore from HS, playing the left side cubby. Most players, most teams just do like to go for the immediate car swing on their entry path. So it's a great adjustment to whatever the current meta game is. So nicely done from HS. I actually quite like that. But now with 45 seconds and the bomb in their possession, it means Nordavind just have to make sure they don't bleed out too many players. Mantu and Valde at this point, you know, honestly hunting more for money than anything else. Valde does have a P250, but he has been spotted out. Mertz misses his first shot, but at least refacing gives him a chance to recover that misery. Mantu, now 1 versus 4. Damage would be quite nice, and he will find it. So $300 extra for his own coffers. Picks up the P250, refaces into the window. And now let's see.
Yeah, just no time to really flush these players out into the open, so this should be a one pistol, unless suddenly Mantu comes up with explosive frags. He's taking the duel. Mirror bit. Oh no!
My God.
Surely not.
Get that out yet, but fast-paced mid-take has been countered. Tensky good for 1 and 2, even 3 in the menu, but he decides not to order from it. Valde instead delivers his death, and Supra is waiting for him to peek and will intercept. 4 versus 2, but Supra needs to stay alive. His two players are a bit far away and can't really support him all that well. Supra waiting around the corner, and Mantu's good for another. Bomb being, you know, delivered onto the side itself, and as the nade will fly in, won't do too much damage. It's a 3 versus 2. Retake on the B-bomb side. Mantu's found an M4, and that is a dangerous, dangerous game you're playing up against him. Mantu moves past, but Merbit intercepts and takes him down. NIKO now waits. 1v3, sees the first, gets the first, but HS will pulls out the Molotov, will be throwing it forward straight onto ramp, and there HS goes. Finds a kill, and Tensky will do the same through the smoke. 4v3, nades are still there. On the CT side, they've got themselves a really good position to take this round away. Mertz good for another. Merbit on the flank, late but not forgotten. Will find the 2 kills they needed, and that's 16 seconds left, and they need to make this work. Flashbang now as well. Peeks out with it, gets the kill. Alexi is entering and planting the bomb afterwards. The follow-up from Issa.
Certainly looking better rather than worse. Mantu. A couple of shots fired off. Tensky just trying to bait out a reaction, see what kind of information he can gather. Only 1 set of shots fired off, so he knows that there wasn't a double peek from that CT side, but there is more players than he may anticipate, as Nordavind do start to group themselves up through middle. Tensky going to be flashed in as NIKO takes the duel. Actually, the flash in for NIKO to overwhelm Tensky, but nonetheless, that long control, that lurking presence, dealt with.
Now, though, it's actually looking to be a mid to B setup. As Supra's heading up, Issa tagged up very early on. Flashbang there. Issa's fighting despite having 8 HP. And the smoke will not delay them for long enough. Valde peeks out into 3 players and somehow still gets 1. Leaving things in a 3 versus 3. Alexi sets up the flashbang, is ready to roll it out, but instead chooses to go forward into the tunnels where Supra lies in wait.
Oh, holding the flank is fantastic there from Supra. Gets both the kills he needs to. Have the teammate right behind, but it is left to Mantu. He pulled off heroics last time around, but surely not the same time. Surely not twice in the same map. He is running away. Knows that there is not too much of a chance of pulling this one off. He was forced into the decision last time, but no kit means that the odds are significantly stacked up against him. And so Nordavind, they will win the pistol this time. No surprises.
Beautiful made, and that could be NIKO getting ready to really strike through and smack in a few players. Alexi, however, will fall. And with his demise, Nordavind are resetting and going long. I love this from them. This is actually going to be such an important reposition because OG are all pushing in towards short instead, and as they do so, they'll have forfeited much of their great angles, but there's only 15 seconds left, and the Deagles, they just need to try and find the bomb planter. As the bomb goes forward, 10 seconds, it's ticking away. They're planting for safe, and Valde will jump up. Mantu will find one. Valde with the second. It's all falling apart. Nordavind needs HS to chime in, but HS has been clocked out and docked out. Mantu now only has Tensky to contend with. Tensky good for 1. Tensky good for 2. Tensky looks for 3, but will be found instead, leaving Mertz in a 1v1. Valde tagged up enough, but with 2 HP, he's got one last chance, and can he take it down? Nade is good. Merbit right now is getting aggressive. Will be met with a USP. Unfortunately, someone doesn't get that kill. And now it's all about Mertz getting headshots with the scout, pulling out the Deagle, looking for more, but a 4v3 with HS on 1 HP. Michael.
Oh dear.
This is not a good look.
Mertz covering the flank will get overwhelmed. That recovered SMG going to be a bit of an issue. Like you said, HS 1 HP. It has to be Supra that finds and deals with most of these players, especially from that long position. Oh no, the nade. It's sailing in, so HS is a done deal. So now it's just Supra, a 1-on-3. The high flash, they're going to try and make use of it. So far, Supra not going to get overwhelmed. The first duel is there, but that SMG comes on through. They don't have time to get on the bomb, so instead it's about recovering the rifles instead. It is so dangerous, but it is another Nordavind win.
45 seconds on the clock though, and this force spy is headed towards a short where Alexi lies in wait, hoping to maybe pad up his stats slightly more. Molotov as well is ready. 30 seconds left on the clock. Flashbang is beautiful. It'll force them back for a while longer. This is so well timed. Buys them another 4 seconds, in fact, for that Molotov. And now as it gets thrown out, it separates the players into 2 different camps, and he's re-peeking into them, just immediately buying time for Mantu. Mertz is completely tunnel vision, but Alexi with a quick peek will get it. More kills for him, but HS in the meanwhile has been good for 2. Unfortunately, not good for 1.
Oh, what in the world? What a flick from Mantu. The round would have been done anyway because crossing...
At least a 4v4. So, you theoretically favor the T side on it. But if you look at NIKO's position and how far out he's pushed into long, Tensky will see him and punish. And that's the big game changer for this round. This is where Nordavind suddenly have hope, and OG have to get aggressive.
Yeah, Tensky's been doing a great job of punishing the aggression from OG where it does come out. Mantu, one and done position. This time cannot get away with murder. There is some justice, some vindication, revenge from Tensky. Now they're going to try and leverage that man advantage to collapse on a site. Valde's in an off angle though. He may not get fully cleared in this position. First kill's there and he lines them up perfectly. Valde shuts it down with the bomb dropped at his feet.
They did everything right. Nordavind did everything they could. They found the lurker, and Tensky's giving them a chance. That swiping headshot, fast as can be, but Alexi is the same. There's a smoke at his feet, and he's willing to push through it. He's willing to move on. Tensky has to plant the bomb, and Alexi's waiting for just that to peek out and take him down.
Yeah.
May as well at least at that point. But NIKO forced off by some flashes that are fantastically lined up, but he's re-peeked into Merbit. NIKO What is that peak even meant to be? That's just disgusting. That is dirty.
Yeah, I don't really know what Nordavind have left. The rounds that they have won, there've been a couple, or maybe 3 actually, that have come down to Nordavind actually everybody dying, but OG just not having enough time. It has been worrying. The signs of cracking. Could see a full-on split, but it is not a split. It's an A-site push through up towards long here for Nordavind, and they are collapsing on that site quickly. Only NIKO on that site, as Alexi's taken down instantly, and there's substantial damage. NIKO getting a secondary kill, but they do take the site, a 3-on-3 with just pistols.
And you know OG's going to go for this. Absolutely. They are not saving the Deagles. Valde's picked up an M4 as well. Flashbang comes through. Valde's peeked out. Super to find the kill, but he's set to make it 2. Montu on long with the lurk. And Issa is looking for more damage. HS is low, and Montu will walk away with it. 16-8. Nordavind. Every time something could go wrong, it did. Every time they did something right, there was a big play from the man on your screen right now. 30 kills and 9 deaths from Montu.